Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Louco's Light. I hope you guys liked the last show, Young Love. I hope nobody got involved with, relationship. I hope nobody got pregnant. I'm sorry if I did inspire that. Today, my guest, like I said, like I promised you guys, Corey Chic. And
what's going on? Thank you.
Welcome, Corey.
Thanks, bro.
How you doing? How's
I'm
your
good.
day? Good?
Always good.
Good. So like I've mentioned before, today's topic is true love. And then me and Corey will be speaking on, what's true love, How do you jump from young love to true love? And what is true love for you? Do you have somebody in your life, Corey?
Of course. I feel like everyone has one person in their life that they can think about, when they think about the women or the men that they've been with.
Okay.
I feel like the first thing you got to look at is what constitutes love. And really, I think most people look at love as a way of having an attachment to somebody else or a love towards somebody else. But really, love is life. Love is what you think of when you're looking inside, when it comes to you, right? If you can't love yourself, loving somebody else is practically impossible. So I find if it's more of that, if you're looking inside, if you love yourself, if you feel good about yourself, and not in a selfish or narcissistic way, but in a way of looking at yourself, feeling in love with yourself, that's how you're gonna get that affection from anyone else or be able to give that love to someone else.
I like that. So you're saying, you have to love yourself first before you engaging to love somebody else.
Of course.
That's that. And then, adding to that Corey's thoughts, like for me, that's what true love is about. That's what defines true love. That's what the difference between love and true love, that you're able to love yourself. So when you're about to meet that person to share that love with, it'll be easier than, you're looking to be with someone. And then that way you're looking for that person to love you because you can't love yourself. And which I think it's the negative way to search for true love, by finding someone to love you before loving yourself.
It's about filling that void. Everyone feels like they need to fill that void with someone else. Mm-hmm. If they don't feel at love with themselves on their own, then they need that attachment to something else that's just coming from your false ego, wanting to separate yourself from everything and feel that attachment on all these things, and then not knowing that you're full and within, you're complete within. So always having this attachment to somebody else, especially in young people. I've been through it. I'm sure you've been with many women. It's wanting to be with so many and thinking they're all going to fulfill you, but it's never going to come until you fulfill yourself. And then whether your choice is to be monogamous or to have many, that's up to you, really, right? But
that's true.
It all comes from you. It comes fulfilled within yourself, and then you can give that love to everyone.
Deep. Corey's going deep on me now, Once
in a while.
I like
Once
that.
in a while, we gotta go deep.
I like that. No, I hope you guys are liking this, because it is true. Like with everything you said, for me, it's like a bit of the part of the topic today. What I wanna add on, if you could add with me too. I'm gonna ask you questions about it, obviously. I always tell people, find what pleases your partner from your own needs, but also know their flaws and then their bad behavior before the good stuff. Because that way, if you know everything negative about that person, then when the positive comes, it's gonna outshine when that person gets a fit, gets mad,
Of course,
so that would be I know why he's yelling, I know why she's yelling, I know why he's walking away, I know why she's walking away. That way, if you know the negative, so when you guys having more positive, then that way when the negative comes out, then it'll be we know how to handle it. Because I remember the first time we met, that's what we discussed about. And
exactly.
I think that's what people are missing out when they first meet. They always talk about the future. But you need to start from somewhere to go to the future. So if you start from, what pleases you, what gets you mad, what tickles you, and then what makes you smile, what's
exactly.
your future, what's your goals? So what do you think? You think it's most important to talk to someone about the goals, or you talk about yourself? That's a tricky question. So
I think knowing yourself, when you know yourself, whatever comes into your life is going to be within those realms. So if you don't know yourself, knowing what you're going to want about anybody else and within anybody else is never going to happen, right? So if you know what values you have in yourself, if you know what principles you feel comfortable with, then having somebody in your life, it's just going to be inevitable for them to have those same values or same principles, because you're not going to allow it otherwise, right? And I find the other thing too is the difference between infatuation and love. In the beginning, relationships with a woman, the first 2 weeks, everything is amazing. All you look at her, you know, her nice shape, the things she says, you know, whatever nice things she has about herself, and you kind of, you know, you turn your head towards the, you know, the other things. And then after 6 months, after that honeymoon period, all of a sudden, you know, the things she eats too much, you know, maybe she's like gaining weight, and you don't want to, you know, all of these things that come up and you don't want to deal with them, but it's all gonna come from, you know, knowing yourself, and at the same time giving that time where, you know, the negatives are gonna come, the positives are gonna come, you got to deal with them, right?
Good answer, good answer. And that's also true. To add to that, for me, like, family and friends advice, you know? So when you find that true love, your family and friends will obviously, you know, and then like true love, like I said, doesn't have to be relationship wise. It could be, you know, about like starting a business with a friend, going to school with a friend every morning, you know? And then that's like true love. You share a bonding with that person. And usually, for me, family and friends advice, if it's a negative vibe, I always tell people, like, don't be afraid to lose negative friends, because in the long run, you'll have positive results. Because, you know, keeping your head up, like disregarding the negativity and losing that, they'll come back to you if they see you still staying strong. That's why I always tell people, like, when you meet someone, become the best friend instead of the lover at first. That way, when you guys become lover, you'll be sharing everything, because you guys used to be best friends, and now you guys are lovers. Now you guys, and then I can't really talk about the next topic. It's for the next time, marriage, and that's when you know if I want to marry that person, or you don't have to get married. You stay forever. But that's for the next episode. So what do you think? Is family, friends advice is important when you find true love, or it's not?
Well, I feel like you can't be blind to everybody's opinions on you. If you're always blind to everything that's happening around you, then you're going to just end up in a craze yourself, right? Feeling that reality from other people and the opinions of other people has to influence your decision to some degree. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, if you're saying, if you're having negative influences, negative opinions from everybody, like naturally you're going to not want to listen to them, right? So, and I think like as you're growing in life, as you're experiencing new people in your life, new relationships, you tend to have that special relationships with certain people, and the ones that aren't so special, then, you know, you take their opinion with a grain of salt. And I think listening to everybody is what's going to get you more friends, but not necessarily basing your decision completely off of what they're saying, right?
Good job again. Corey, you're on fire, man. You're on fire. But, you know, for me, true love.
I'm feeling it.
No, that's good. That's good. For me, true love, ladies and gentlemen, for me, true love, it's food. You know, I love eating, so for me, that's my first love. So
that's another topic.
That's another topic, and we're about to close, you know, to end the show. But I'd like to thank Corey Sheik very much. You know, that's really deep thoughts right there. And for my viewers, I'd like to say, you know, when it comes to true love, once again, don't be afraid to take the chance for good changes. You know, don't be afraid, because true love is hard to find. So once you receive it, it's like a baby. You want to make sure you carry it forever. You take care of it, because it's hard to find. Not everybody could find true love. So once you find it, like, you know, like Corey said in his comments, like, you really have to embrace, you know, negativity and positivity. That way you could grow with that person or with that true love. And thank you again for watching Louco's Light, MalaikaTV.com. We keep going. Keep the peace and love alive. And goodbye. See you soon. Thanks again, Corey.